don't think the BComm was a great all-round degree, a little bit of everything thrown in, and exposure to a lot of things. So I would say it was very instrumental in my career, yeah.
My fondest memory is making my way out to Belfield to play football and rugby. And I thought it was a very good social life.
Peculiarly, my fondest memory of Earlsford Terrace at the time was the library. I always found that it was very nice to go in there and to get stuck into a book.
My predominant memory of coming to Earlsford Terrace was the fight that the women had to wear trousers.
I don't remember that. Well, why would I, of course?
Why would you? And there were a number of luminaries at the time. Mary Finan, who was a couple of years ahead of us, and she was the leader of the gang to wear trousers when girls weren't allowed to wear trousers in Earlsford Terrace.
I think the project work with the group working with a group of students, but I also was very interested in marketing, and that's where I ended up making my career. The bit that I didn't like was the accountancy bit, but my colleague here probably would disagree with that.
Yeah, curiously, I rather liked the accountancy, yeah, and not surprisingly, I ended up as an accountant. So, but I enjoyed most of the subjects, but accountancy probably most. Yeah.
Generally, it was a good time, lots of fun. I enjoyed the Commerce and Economics Society debating, and I enjoyed playing cricket for UCD. And I enjoyed Garrett Fitzgerald and Paddy Lynch as lecturers.
You don't feel inhibited about anything, and you can feel you can tackle almost everything, I think. It gives you an approach to things.
Yeah, and there were some lecturers who were amazing, like John O'Connor, who subsequently died. You remember? He taught us stats. And if there was anybody who could make stats sound fascinating, he could.
What I enjoyed of UCD was maybe going to the LNH on the Saturday night, where you'd have a lot of sparks flying, and the people who were well known, like Vincent Brown and Paddy Cosgrove and different people, and Brian Lennon turning up and asking him to take his hand out of his pocket, but he wouldn't.
The social activities around rugby and Hartigan's pub and all that.
I wasn't a drinker, so I didn't even know where Hartigan's was.
My best memory, of course, is Earlsford Terrace, which it was in those days, you know. So it was a chance to get into town and be in town. And I didn't like the old lunches that they had in at the time. So I used to walk down to Trinity with my mates every day to have lunch.
After the examination, you went up somewhat apprehensively to the notice boards to see how you did. In those days, you found out by all going up in a group and watching or looking as to see where your name, if it was, on the board.
In the course of the accountancy lecture with so many hundred students, he knew I knew nothing about accountancy. He said, would the lady in the red cap like to answer this question? But what he didn't know was the fraternity between the students in the BComm class was such that all I had to do was sit there, and I got all the words from my pals sitting around me, all who are now very famous accountants and everything like that. And Des Halley never asked me a second question.
In comparison today, the facilities in Earlsford Terrace where we were probably substandard, but the students were the same and very lively and very forward-looking, and we all enjoyed one another's company.